If you're doing everything you're supposed to, eating clean, working out, giving it your all, but still not losing fat, I get it, because that was me. I was frustrated, burned out, and honestly, I felt stuck. I remember looking in the mirror thinking, what more do I have to do? It felt like I was doing everything right and still getting nowhere. But the truth is, I wasn't failing because I was lazy or weak. I was failing because I was following the wrong advice. Once I stopped chasing shortcuts and actually understood how fat loss really works, everything changed. I lost 15 kilos in 1 year. No fat burners, no starving, no bullshit. And in this video, I'm going to share the few rules that help me make it happen. Let's start with rule 1, the one that makes or breaks every fat loss journey. Understanding the calorie deficit. You have to be in a calorie deficit. I know, you've probably heard that before and just brushed it off. I did too. I used to think, I'm eating clean, I'm working out. Shouldn't that be enough? I'd skip pizza nights, say no to sweets, hit the gym, do cardio, and still, the scale wouldn't move. It drove me insane. I felt like I was doing everything right and still looked the same. I blamed my genetics, my metabolism, even stress. But none of that was the real issue. The truth? I was still eating more than my body needed, even though it was all healthy food. That's where the calorie deficit comes in. It means you're eating less energy than your body burns in a day. When that happens, your body uses stored fat to make up the difference. That's fat loss. Not cutting carbs, not eating boiled food, not 2 hours on a treadmill. Your body runs on calories. If it doesn't get enough from food, it pulls from fat. Doesn't matter if you're doing keto, low carb, fasting, or eating clean. If you're not in a calorie deficit, you will not lose fat. I learned that the hard way. The day I started tracking my calories honestly, it hit me. I thought I was eating 1,800. I was actually eating 2,400. A spoon of peanut butter here, extra oil there, it all added up. Once I kept a small, consistent deficit, the fat started dropping. I was losing fat, but also losing my mind. Always tired, always hungry, until I made one change that fixed everything. More protein and more good fats. See, once I got the calorie deficit right, I thought I was set. But I quickly hit another wall. I felt flat, weak. And even though I was lighter, I didn't look stronger. I just looked smaller. Worst of all, I was starving, constantly. And in today's world, that's dangerous. One scroll through Instagram, food reels. Open your fridge, leftovers and snacks staring at you. 10 minutes and junk food is at your door. Everyone says, just eat less. But no one tells you how to do it without feeling like crap. That's where protein and healthy fats change the game for me. Protein keeps you full, supports your muscle, and even burns more calories during digestion. I started eating 3 to 4 eggs for breakfast, grilled chicken or tuna with lunch, Greek yogurt or a shake when I needed something quick. Simple meals, nothing fancy. And I added in good fats. Peanut butter, almonds, avocado, olive oil. Not a lot, just enough to stay full. I used to think fats would make me fat. But good fats help me stop craving garbage every few hours. That's when fat loss got easier. I wasn't thinking about food all day. I could focus, I could train better, and I could finally stick to the plan without hating it. Protein and healthy fats made the deficit sustainable. And that's what turned fat loss from a fight into a flow. So, yeah, that's really all you need to lose fat. A calorie deficit, enough protein, and food that keeps you full. But then I made the mistake most people do. I started doing a lot of cardio, long runs, treadmill sessions, jumping around like a maniac. And sure, I was burning calories, but I felt like absolute crap. I was tired all day, sleepy, low energy, no motivation. And worst of all, I was hungry all the time. Cravings went crazy, and by the end of the day, I'd end up eating whatever I could find, junk, snacks, anything. All that cardio just made it harder to stay on track. That's when I switched to lifting weights and everything changed. Resistance training helped me hold on to muscle, build strength, and actually shape my body. I didn't just feel lighter, I felt stronger. And no, you don't need to live in the gym. Just 3 to 4 focus sessions a week. Push, pull, legs, simple. So no, you don't need to run yourself into the ground. Lift smart, train right. That's how I lost fat without losing my mind.
Everything I've said so far. Calorie deficit, protein, lifting smart, it works. But the real reason I lost 15 kilos, I stuck with it. And that wasn't easy. There were weeks I felt like crap. Zero motivation. I'd scroll through fitness posts, feel inspired for 5 minutes, then eat junk and skip my workout. Motivation fades. Always. What actually worked was routine. Doing the same boring things, eating similar meals, showing up. Even when I didn't feel like it. I wasn't perfect, not even close. But I didn't quit. I stopped chasing perfection and just try to mess up less. Most people go all in for a week, then fall off for a month. I did the opposite. Small wins, stacked daily. That's what made the difference. You don't need hacks or hype. You need a system that doesn't fall apart when life gets messy. And once you get that right, that loss stops feeling like a fight. That's what worked for me. No shortcuts, no hype, just the real stuff that helped me lose 15 kilos. I had a lot more I wanted to talk about, but this video is already getting long. So if you found any part of this helpful, hit the like button and definitely subscribe because there's more coming soon. And if you've got any questions, drop them in the comments. I'll reply to every single one. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.